Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Weather News Today with J7409. The name you know, the news you can use. And is this just beautiful or what? This is from, now I hope I pronounce your name right, Daoud Santosa. Now, Mr. Santosa lives in Germantown, Maryland. Look at that. Is that just beautiful or what? We have some more to look at. If you would like for me to feature your pictures in my thumbnails, all you have to do is click Show More, scroll down, and you will find the email address to send them to. He's got some beautiful shots in here. I thank you so much, Mr. Santosa. And look there, there's his house. Look at that tree. Beautiful, beautiful. And then he has one down here. Close up of the bush. That's out of focus, but it looks cool that way. Very good pics. Thank you so much for sending me these, sir. Really nice pictures. Thank you so much for sharing them with all of us. I hope you're making out well in this storm that's going your way today and tonight. And if it's your first time here with us and you're into the weather, like to keep up with what's going on here, there, and everywhere else all over the U.S., well, please hover over the J7409 down in the bottom left-hand corner. Click it, subscribe, then click the bell, and you'll be sure to receive all the latest weather news, forecasts, and alerts as they happen. Let's take a quick look at the NAM model for the next few hours. This starts around 7 p.m. tonight, the way I have it set. Still some light snow going on up in West Virginia, around Washington, D.C., over in these areas. Look like heavier bands may be in New Jersey, down around in here. We'll click it right quick, and it looks like you're still receiving some snow, maybe 2 to 2.4 inches in 3-hour time. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I think probably the rain is going to start mixing in with this. Now, this is all lighter snow, as you can see. This is around 7 p.m. this evening. We'll get down around the DC area, see what it's looking like. Just 0.6 of an inch at this time. As we move a little farther north, Long Island, all these places up to Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, you guys still have some snow falling. So let's bump it up a little bit. We'll go up to around 10 p.m. tonight. Then we'll move up to 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. The snow band looks heavier on Long Island now, also up in these areas. Let's click right in here and see what it's saying. We'll bring her down some 2.4 inches in 3 hours time. That's what it's looking like there. And you can see off down around Halifax and Nova Scotia, you guys are getting freezing rain along with the rain. Maine's getting some snow, and that brown is sleet ice pellets, but it's way off the coast, way off the coast. This is around 3 a.m. in the morning. We will move on up till around 9 a.m. in the morning. We see the snow moving on across with thicker bands now, and looking like maybe the Boston area. We'll see what's going on here. 3.6 inches in 3 hours, so that's just a little over an inch an hour of snow that you guys are receiving. A little bit further through tomorrow, around 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Moves on up the coast. Maine's getting some snow now with some heavier bands in it. Let's see what Maine's getting here. 4.5 inches in 3 hours. Yeah, you guys are getting some of those heavier snow bands now. Most of it should be off the coast going into Canada, Nova Scotia, and over into the Halifax area. You're still getting rain over in there. But that's what it's looking like on the NAM model. Now, down in Rhode Island, I think you guys down in this area, tip of Rhode Island, right along the coastline, I think you guys will be getting maybe 3 or 4 more inches of snow by around 4 o'clock in the morning. That's what it's looking like now to me on this particular model. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Everybody wants warmer temperatures. I sure do. This is around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. look, this ain't gonna happen. Well, I shouldn't say it's not going to happen. It could happen. It's so cold at my house. It's been in the 30s all day, people. Been in the 30s now. It may warm on up once this thing gets up further north. It may warm up a hair, but it's still not going to be what we want it to be. The warmest place is southern Texas. Even Florida's got some chillier aspects around 6 a.m. in the morning. Let's move it on up during the day. 2 p.m. tomorrow. Florida does seem to warm up some in the 70s. You're not going to get much out of the 70s, though. As for myself, I'm going to be in the 50 mark. Look at Texas. Some parts of Texas up in the 80s. Check it out. Check it out. Something else. All right, and by 8 p.m. tomorrow night, you can still see 40s and 50s for mostly all these areas. Wherever it's blue, you're in the 20 to 30 degree mark area. So that's what the temperatures are looking like for the next few hours. We're over to the thunderstorms. We don't look like the U.S. is going to have any bad thunderstorms around 8 p.m. tonight. No severe ones anyway. I know you guys in Florida had a rough time yesterday. You had some thunderstorms, had some severe ones at times. And 3 had rotation to them. Now, whether they ever hit the ground or not, I do not know. Now we're up to 11 p.m. tonight. I have no way of knowing that. I haven't heard any reports. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Everything's looking clear so far as thunderstorm activity. 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We do have some coming in over on the west coast, but none of them seem to be severe at this time. So, what do we have this evening for portions of northern and western Maryland, northwestern Virginia, and eastern West Virginia? Well, you're under a winter storm warning, but it should stop around 8 p.m. this evening. Heavy snow total of snow accumulations throughout the day up until around 8 p.m., 8 to 14 inches expected by this evening. Locally, higher amounts are possible in the higher elevations. Now, this winter storm warning should go out of effect around 8 p.m. this evening. And this is for portions of northern and western Maryland, northwestern Virginia, and eastern West Virginia. You know, if you got to commute in the morning, it's probably going to stink. It's probably going to be a mess. So please travel real safely, okay? Now, for portions of southern New Jersey, northeast Maryland, and central Delaware, you are having a winter storm warning in effect now that will last until around 2 a.m. Thursday morning. Just a few more hours to go, guys. Portions of southern New Jersey, northeast Maryland, and central Delaware. Heavy snow, additional snow accumulations of 4 to 7 inches are expected before it's all said and done, okay? Now, your travel's going to be bad. We know that. Snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour are possible this evening, along with a slight chance of a thunderstorm. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I didn't see any popping up on my map, but my snow calculations in that map were correct because it was showing, I believe it was 2 point something or 3 point something inches. So it seems to be correct at that point. So just make sure, you know, if you lose power, you have a good flashlight by hand, you got some food and some water, and everything will be just cool till they can get it back on for you. Or we hope so anyway. Okay, everybody, for portions of northeast New Jersey, southwest Connecticut, Rockland, and Westchester counties in New York, New York City, and Nassau County in New York, winter storm warning remains in effect until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. This was just put out this afternoon. It's the latest one. There probably will not be another update till around midnight. Okay, so this is the latest information. Expect heavy snow, additional snow accumulations of 6 to 9 inches are expected, and this should last this winter storm warning till 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, of course, the travel's going to be bad in the morning and this evening also. Expect significant reductions in visibility, and a combination of the heavy snow and wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour could bring down tree limbs and power lines, creating power outages. So be aware of that. Make sure you guys got your flashlights and everything ready too, okay? I do see they have changed some things though. They were saying you guys could have more snow than this, over a foot and up to blizzard conditions. So that's not any longer in effect, that part now, but it's still enough, 6 to 9 inches of snow with 30-mile-per-hour wind blowing it. That's no good, and you're just liable to get some sleet or some ice pellets falling in on it too. So just on the safe side, make sure you got all your little stuff together just in case your power goes off. And this is for portions of northeast New Jersey, southwest Connecticut, Rockland and Westchester counties in New York, and New York City and Nassau County in New York. Now, for everybody in northern Connecticut, Rhode Island, and central and eastern Massachusetts, near and south of the Mass Pike. Heavy wet snow, additional wet snow accumulations of 5 to 9 inches are expected. You are under this winter storm warning right now. It will last until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay, this is for northern Connecticut, Rhode Island, and central and eastern Massachusetts, near and south of the Mass Pike. So, same old thing. You might have some tree branches falling. Travel's going to stink. Just be careful. Make sure you're prepared in case you lose power. This is around the Delmarva Peninsula, folks. It's in New Jersey, Cape May, Atlantic Coastal Cape May counties, also in Delaware and the Delaware Beach counties. Okay, you're under this winter storm warning now until 2 a.m. in the morning, and heavy snow is what you can expect. It may stop snowing. It just might not be snowing, and then boom, one of these bands of snow is going to come across, and you could probably get some. So expect some heavy snow. Additional snow accumulations of 3 to 5 inches are what's expected in this time between now and tomorrow at 2 a.m. in these areas. So be prepared, drive safely, and always be safe. I wanted to make sure and I got this high wind warning in for the Utah area. I had one of my subscribers write me a note, and he's in charge of thousands of school kids in Utah, and he told me he watched me every day along with other things to make his decision on the safety of getting all of these children back and forth to school. So I just wanted to put this in right quick, okay? The affected area, the Salt Lake and Tule valleys, as well as the Great Salt Lake Desert and mountain area, okay? Now, this is a high wind warning in effect. It went in effect today, this morning at 10 a.m., and will remain in effect till 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time tomorrow night, okay? Now, the wind should be south winds 35 to 45 with gusts of 60 mile per hour, okay? Now, winds will strengthen tomorrow morning and peak tomorrow afternoon before tapering off Thursday evening. So please keep this in mind, everybody out in the Utah area. Also, significant crosswinds are expected to impact travel along east to west oriented routes, including I-80. High profile and lightweight vehicles will be most susceptible to these strong winds. Isolated areas of blowing dust are possible, which could reduce the visibilities to under 1 mile at times. And wrapping things up, we're going to look at the GSF map courtesy of Tropical Tidbits and what could be coming up in the days ahead. Okay, well, out west, a prolonged period of cool and unsettled weather will develop and linger across much of the west this weekend into next week, as height falls associated with the approach of the amplified mid-upper level trough, then a U.S. deep closed low spread, widespread moderate to locally heavier precipitation, including terrain focusing on heavy snows. Downstream, as an area of low pressure gets squashed to the east southeast on Saturday, an area of mostly rain with snow to the north will spread toward the mid-Atlantic southeast coast Sunday. And you can see that coming up on the map. Now, the front will continue southward through the southeast area of Florida with cooling temperatures. I know you guys don't want to hear that. The trailing front upstream will linger over the southern plains into the southeast Sunday and Monday, and then lift northeastward next Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, mild temperatures will linger south of the front across Texas, Oklahoma, into Arkansas, Louisiana, with widespread 70s to the north and 80s and 90s to the south. It won't last though, but you're going to get this. And this area will also become the focus for, more severe thunderstorms to sum it all up. Precipitation and embedded strong convection into next week increasing. Favorable Gulf of Mexico moisture. That's where it's coming from. And it will also have these storms the potential for cell training slow moving cells that could support a period of very heavy rainfall, and they could produce some really severe thunderstorms. And with the temperatures getting like they're getting, with the setup the way it is, we might have to watch out for the possibility of tornadoes again coming up next week. That's what it's looking like, folks. I love you all. Thanks so much for watching, subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this information. Share this information. And I enjoy your comments. I don't always get to comment back. Some days I have more time than others. I haven't had much time today. I've got lots of doctor appointments coming up for the rest of this week and next week. I got all kind of doctor appointments coming up. So I'm going to get to you. I do read them. I appreciate everything you send me. And I appreciate the donations you give me and for my work. And if you can't send me a donation, well, that's okay. I thank you for just watching my videos and telling others about my videos. It helps me to keep people safe when I know good and well I see something headed in a direction. So with all that said, have the best kind of evening that anybody can have. Stay safe, be blessed, and much peace, kindness, and love to each and every one of you. Have a good evening.